Thank you. And let's wait. There's a couple more coming in. So
yes.
Yeah.
So everyone, welcome once more on behalf of Arctic Europe Tourism Cluster to our Tech Week webinar. We have a full week of webinars with very interesting topics. And here we go again. This is the fifth on our series of Tech Week webinars. And all of these webinars will be recorded and you can find them later on from Arctic Europe Tourism Cluster Project's YouTube channel. If we haven't met yet, my name is Marika Tiikkaja. I'm one of the project managers for the AETC project, and we are funded by EU's Interreg Aurora. But today I'm not going to do the talking because today your expert is Ville Niemijärvi from Flowhouse, and he will be taking the floor. I'm more than happy to assist you with any questions you might have in the chat box, but also you're welcome to use your microphone during this webinar, and Ville will give more insight on the questions and comments on where he'd like to take those during the presentation. So welcome and enjoy the ride.
Thank you, Marika, and welcome everyone. My name is Ville Niemijärvi. We saw some of you on Monday in the first webinar that I held, and today our agenda is smarter tools for small businesses. We're focusing on AI tools and software that I and our customers have found useful in their businesses, especially for small businesses. So it's a two-hour webinar. Please feel free to ask questions. You can put questions on the chat. You can if you can keep your microphone off, but if you have any question, you can put it on. Or Marika, you can pick questions there every now and then when I'm having a break. So let's have a dialogue and conversation going on. Just a few words about me, mainly the email address. You can contact me. And if you have any question, I'm happy to help in any questions related to AI. I have been working with AI more than 20 years and in travel industry around since 2018. And also you can contact me via LinkedIn. Yeah. So our agenda for the morning. Let's first start general introduction. What is generative AI? And probably most of you already know it, so let's skip that quite fast. But then the main thing is the practical AI tools for small and medium companies, and we will go kind of variety of tools from text creation to image creation to translations and so on. And then we will focus using those tools. We will mainly be using ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Copilot. But also, if you have any question, some use case that you may have thought that, okay, I would like to test AI in this use case, just put it on the chat, and I'm happy to test it during this practice. And if there's something that I cannot do, then just send me an email or put it on the chat, and I will do it later and then get back to you. So hopefully there will be a lot of useful use cases for you, a lot of prompts. All this material or all these demos will be sent to you, so you can test them in your home office. So let's move forward. And like I said, you will get the prompt packed and everything after the webinar. Shortly, what is Gen AI and how you can use it in small travel business operation? This is something that I usually show in the first in all my trainings, and this is probably familiar for you, but just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So what is Gen AI? First, we have massive amount of information, basically all the information in the world that is in digital format, all the forums, web pages, and social media, digital books. And those are entered into so-called deep learning algorithms in a massive servers run by Google or Meta organization or OpenAI. And let's remember, this also consumes a lot of water, a lot of electricity, a lot of energy, and it's not environmental friendly. So we need to bear that in mind when we talk about Gen AI. And then after that, they have made so-called large language models. And there's large language models for GPT-5, which is used by Copilot and ChatGPT. Gemini is made by Google. Llama is made by Meta organization, which means Facebook. Mistral is actually only kind of biggest European language model. And Claude is also from US. And these language models we are using with a ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini. Or we can build on top of these large language models, we can build our own applications, chatbots, AI agents. So the main thing here is the large language model, not that much the interface that we are using that with. And so basically you can change the technology in front side. The main thing is the large language model here and how you connect that to your own organization information. And that's what we're going to do today. So that was basically the intro, and we will be using ChatGPT, we will be using Gemini. You can do the practices, trainings here alongside with me, or you can just hopefully enjoy, and then do them later. We will be using Copilot also, and also test Claude. But all the tools, the practical tools, I have thought that, okay, what are the tools that our customers use and what tools should I suggest? Because there are tens of thousands of software that have AI capabilities and our AI tools. So I have thought that, okay, it has to be easy to use, instantly put into your workflow without any technical knowledge. It has to be affordable, the license, and preferably free option also available. And it has to be, I would suggest when looking at any tool, it should have big user base. And this means big ecosystem. When there's millions of users, usually the development is big. There's a lot of resources in the investments in the development, but also there's a lot of free material in the web, YouTube, and so on, and you will get a lot of help. And important thing, we talked this on Monday, we will talk this on this afternoon, the safety, how they handle the data, is it transparent, are they GDPR compliant, and so on, and how is the ethics. Let's say, for example, not want to go to politics, but Elon Musk in the United States, I think myself that the ethics and of that man and the company he represents is not at the level that I want it to be. So in my company, I have said no to Grok, which is large language models made by Elon Musk. Or then there's in China we have DeepSeek, which is very powerful tool, and there's Chinese large language models, but we don't have the transparency there. We are not sure how the data is used, so then we will say no to that tool, although there's a big user base and it's affordable and it's easy to use. So this is just a quick checklist why I have selected these few tools here to present to you. So this is not covering all the areas for travel company to choose from, but there are tools for content creation, ideas, all around tools for text creation and coding. And these tools are usually my go-to tools and also most popular. ChatGPT, Gemini by Google, Claude, Copilot if you are in Microsoft environment, Notebook LM also a Google product. From these products, usually our customers, if they are in Microsoft environment, if they want to include AI into Word, Excel, Teams, gather SharePoint, connect to SharePoint and collect documents from SharePoint and create agents with that for internal use or external use, usually the selection is Copilot. Otherwise, usually customer select either ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude. For pictures, videos, avatars, there are a massive amount of products. My choice is Midjourney. It has been one of the longest in this area, and also for professional pictures, creating professional pictures. Sora is a great tool also, not versatile as versatile as Midjourney, but Sora comes with ChatGPT license. So if you're paying for ChatGPT, you will get Sora, and with Sora you can also create videos, short videos from 5 second to 30 second or something like that. So that's a good option if you're paying for ChatGPT. Google AI Studio has got a lot of attention. Their new image creation model called Nano Banana during this fall, and that is very powerful, especially for image editing. So we will be using these tools, just a short demos. There's a lot of free credits here. So if you're not paying ChatGPT, if you don't want to pay for Midjourney, I would select Google AI Studio if you want to test image creation. Heygen is a nice, interesting tool to create avatars if you want a talking head in your website, in your marketing brochure, in your hotel, for example, if you want to introduce customers. So Heygen is a nice tool. I don't know if it's appropriate for a kind of professional, maybe for marketing use and so on. Then presentations, we're going to look at Gamma. If you want to make a professional PowerPoint kind of PowerPoint presentations, or like I said, if you want AI in your PowerPoint, in your Excel, then your selection is Copilot. For translations, my suggestion is DeepL, deeply. We will test that soon. And then on the right-hand side, we have different kind of agents, AI agent chatbots. And we will take a look at Chatbase here today. There's a lot of variety here for tools where you can make chatbots for your internal use or external customers in your website. But also there's a lot of AI agent for process automation, and there's a few tools, Make, Zapier, N8N, and so on. So especially the left-hand side here, the content creation, pictures, presentation, translations, these tools on the left-hand side and middle are tools that I would recommend you to get to know, at least one of them in each box. And on the right-hand side, it will be more technical if you go on the lower right corner, these AI agents. The AI agent for website, they are rather easy to use, and I will show you how to do a chatbot for your website this morning. So you will get the material. There are same list here. I will not go through them again. And we will soon start creating also images, and we will also check a few of these tools. One thing that I want to point out here, some people ask, why don't I just use ChatGPT or Copilot for image creation? I would say don't do it. So there are a lot of better options to make professional brochures, professional images, icons for your website with Midjourney, with Google AI Studio for free. Midjourney is that you have to pay for that around 10 euros per month. Sora will come with the ChatGPT license. Google AI Studio is free for quite a lot of credits. So I would choose definitely these. Don't try to do pictures with Copilot or ChatGPT. The result is you won't be happy with that. You will waste your time. There's no option to kind of give any parameters. Kind of okay, I want a square image with this kind of lighting and so on. So it's very hard to. You can have fun and maybe make a social media post or something like that. Yeah, there are some videos here. But let's try. So there won't be so much just showing slides. So let's create some slides. So I'm going to just hop into Gamma to give you just an overall picture about these different products that I mentioned there. So Gamma is one tool that I find very attractive. I like this very much. You can find it in Gamma.app. And this tool is meant for creating PowerPoint presentation, but also creating websites, creating visualization for social media, for example. I, for example, did a presentation yesterday for Frostlight Adventures company, and I made a prompt that okay, we're participating in travel fair in Helsinki in 2026 in January. So I want to make a presentation presenting our company for international tour operators in Germany, for example, that might participate there. So or domestic tour operators. So it did this presentation. Let's do it again, but with a different company. And I selected Kirkenes Tours. So we have here Kirkenes Tours. I will open the website. So you will see very super interesting, a lot of versatile activities here, astonishing and beautiful landscape. Website looks good, and then of course the nature looks awesome. So let's say that we would like to make a presentation of our company very quickly, and we would like to make a presentation for international tour operators that would hopefully sell us to let's say UK or German travelers. So we want to make a presentation, maybe 4 pages, I don't know. So let's take a here prompt that I made it, and let's go to Gamma. Sorry that it's in Finnish now, the selections, but I will translate it for you. So let's create a new one, and I will create a new, this is presentation, this is website, this is a document, this is social media post. So I will select the presentation. It's kind of PowerPoint presentation. I want it to be 4 pages long, and then I will just prompt it. Create company presentation of Kirkenes Tours using the site as a source. I will give the site. I could copy paste the information here also, or give a document as an attachment. Presentation is for German and UK tour operators. I want to present the unique selling points, offering and company to potential tour operators in Central Europe, for example. Then just create, and this is a nice tool because it combines text generation, so it combines large language models, but also it combines that to image creation. And they are not large image models, it's a different name for those, but the same concept. So we are combining 2 different AI models here together, and we can make a presentation. First, it will sketch the content of the pages. I can modify them here. It read through the web page, it read through the services and so on. And then we have here the call to action. If I like it, I can add more pages here. I can modify the text. I can change the appearance, the visual layout. I can change the AI picture model that is used here. It's now using Flux, I think, and there are different image models that I can select here. So it's very versatile. And then I just would create. Now it will create us a presentation presenting our company. Another option for this would be if you're using PowerPoint and if you have Copilot license, so then you could create these kind of presentations in Copilot. I think at the moment this is way better capability. And now we have a presentation ready for Kirkenes Tours. It created pictures here, and I selected that it will be kind of drawing like, so they are not kind of don't try to be they don't try to imitate real pictures. And then we have the services here, kind of our unique selling points. And here are the unique selling points. And then we have the go-to action that we want to. I wanted to make very short presentation in a, let's say, travel fair, or I want to send this in an email to a potential tour operators. So this was just a quick example how we can create a presentation with Gamma. I will also share this and save this in PDF. I will use it later. So just for that purpose, yeah. Any questions about Gamma and the first demo? If not, then let's move forward. Yep.
I could ask something. In Gamma, you show that there were different kinds of sources on how the pictures are created and the photos are created. Does it always use these types of photos, or like, is there some difference on what kind of a photo source you'd choose?
Yeah, you can select when creating the presentation. You can select the image model first. There are tens of different models, and then you can select the type of image, whether it's a painting like or Pixar like animation, or if it's a real kind of photographic image. So you can make those selections there. But then it doesn't use any source, so it creates, everything is AI generated. There's no image bank or a stock photo that it will select. Of course, when it has made the presentation, then we can modify it and change our own pictures there. And that's usually what I do. I use Gamma for sketch because we have our own company template, of course. I could include that template here, but I haven't done it. So basically, I'm going to make a presentation for some customer. I want to impress them. I want to make a lecture or keynote speech. So then I enter the content here. I usually design it with ChatGPT or Claude. And then I enter the content here, and I may let Gamma make the presentation and give me the visualization. Then maybe I will modify the pictures there with my own pictures if I'm not satisfied with the ones that Gamma provides.
Okay, yeah, that was actually my following question. Like, if you have already a ready set made template for presentation, can Gamma create it towards those guidelines, but then you can modify yourself? This was a point of interest because sometimes it can be very strict on how the visuals of your brand can be used within presentations, for example. So how can we maybe use Gamma, but also be truthful for our visual guidelines within a brand?
Exactly. What I usually do is I sketch it here. I haven't entered any template here, but I sketch it here and then I share it. I can share it here into Google Slides, which we are using, Google environment, or if I want to modify it in PowerPoint. But here it will directly take it to our Google Drive, and then I will modify it in our template.
Perfect. Thank you.
Good. So that was our first presentation, and then one aspect which I didn't mention in the set of products here, when I showed that, okay, these are the kind of main products that small and medium travel companies should kind of check out at least. One of the biggest area that AI is affecting currently, changing the work totally, is coding, development of software. And a couple of products that are one of the most famous in the world are Lovable from Sweden and cursor, I don't know how to spell it, and these are tools for so-called wipe coding, and that means that you can do coding by prompting, and basically you don't have to even know how to code. So I would say that you should definitely know some basics, because the maintenance of the code will be very hard if you don't know anything. But we can make, for example, what I use them is to make a sketch, kind of a minimum viable product, for example. We could make a product or MVP, so-called prototype of a product for travelers coming to Arctic area to spot the northern lights, for example, or spot the best places to fish, and you would have an application with map and locations and things like that. I will show it very, very quickly how you use Lovable. And this is one of the companies, by the way, that is worth now over, I think it was one, well, there's many zeros. It's kind of unicorn now. It's called in the startup world. And of course, all the Finns are here talking that, okay, the Swedes did it again. They have this massive success, and we are still dreaming of new Nokia. But yeah, that's another thing. Let's take Brime Explorer, and this should be in Tromsø, and there's a silent whale watching by Hybrid Electric, environmental friendly, and especially friendly for the whales, which is important. So this is a great website. Not to any negative comments about the website, but let's just for demonstration purpose, let's redesign this web page. And if we would like to make a new landing page for to sell this website, so I will open Lovable here. So you can go lovable.dev, and I have this prompt here. You can start prompting here. You can attach documents, and I'm not a developer coder, so I can maybe make a website. But you could ask them to create a mobile application for travelers in northern Sweden, for northern light spotting, for example. And it would do, of course, the prompt would be much bigger. But let's not now just create website. So I will give a prompt, create new search engine optimized, stylish, modern landing page for Brim Explorer's silent whale watching service. Check the content and details here, and hopefully this will work. I haven't tested, so there might be a demonstration effect. So now it started to think, and here on the left-hand side, you will see it building the website. It will create the HTML code behind it and so on. Of course, when creating websites, you already have some website platform. You are using maybe WordPress. You might use Squarespace or some other tool, and it would be easier to just take a template. You have already the stylish template and so on. But in some cases, you could make a mock-up sketch, try to redesign it with this, and then when you're ready, okay, this is beautiful, this is something that we want to use, and then take that to WordPress or whatever tool you are using. So it might it's now searching the information about the silent whale watching service. I could have entered the information here with a document including all the information, but now it's thinking there. So we might move forward. It's now doing their design approach and so on, color palette and so on. So it's now editing the HTML code there. So let's see what happens. We can move forward and then see the result when it's ready. Any questions at this point? If no, let's move forward and let's see remind me to check the lovable. And one thing we talked this in on Monday is that we can make in AI chatbots and AI agents. And the idea here is that we can combine the large language models, which I mentioned in the beginning, and then we can combine that to your organization data: website, product info, instructions, brochure, ethical guidelines, brand guide, tone of voice, and we can give instructions how to build the persona and tone of voice and the kind of agent or customer service agent that you want, and we can put that in the website, into your website. So we will be building this kind of chatbot this afternoon, and if there would be some volunteer company, I would be happy to make a quick demo about chatbot AI agent. We can go to original Lapland. You can check that. That's in here we have original Lapland. In Torniojokilaakso, is it in English? Actually, I don't know. You can test it here on the right-hand side with your own language: Swedish, Sweden, Norway, Arabic, Japan, and so on. You can talk with it, and I will also demonstrate later this chatbots. That's one example, like I mentioned in the beginning, that when we are creating AI tools, the main thing is the large language model and how we combine our own company data with that. So with that, we can build our own applications, or we can build, for example, these kind of AI chatbots for customer service, for example. So we will be doing that today. I will check the website for Lovable. It's still coding there. So let give it a piece to do their work and then get back. For translation, I mentioned DeepL. We call it DeepL. That's one of the best translation tools in the market, AI translations. It's for professional translations. And if you have technical descriptions, if you have customer instructions, for example, terms of service and things like that. So that's a great tool for that. I will show it shortly. And then my second choice in translations would be using the AI tools like ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini. I'm not using Google Translate. I haven't used that in 3 years. It doesn't understand the context that well. DeepL and ChatGPT understand the context that, okay, I'm now talking about this subject, and it understands the nuances and the words better. Let's take a short demo how DeepL works. And I created just a few seconds ago, like you saw, I created the PowerPoint presentation for, let's see, it was for the, not that one. What was it? It was the, well, for the first slide, we did Kirkenes tours. Is it this? Yes, this one. For Kirkenes tours, we did this PowerPoint presentation. And now I save it in PDF format. Let's say that we want to translate this into German, because German tour operators, let's assume that they don't speak that well English, and we want to really impress them. So we will translate this, and I want to keep all the pictures here, the layout, the look and feel, the fonts. I don't want to copy paste this information into translation tool and then copy paste it back to PowerPoint and so on. So let's just take the document. Let's go to DeepL. Just a second. Here we are in DeepL. Up, here. Let's wait that it wakes up. Just a second. Something wrong here. If it's a bit slow, then we need to wait a bit. There's something Let's try again. Okay, now we're in DeepL. So I can translate sentences here. Let's take a sentence, for example, here, this sentence. And let's put it on DeepL. It will automatically detect the language and then here the language where we want to translate it. Let's say it's translate to Norwegian. And I will enter the information here, and all the Norwegians there, feel free to comment if there's a errors in mistakes in this translation, or I can select Japanese, for example, and so on. So this is my go-to tool, and what's great about this tool is also, if you want to do this professionally, you can add glossaries here, vocabulary of your specific language, your specific words and meanings that maybe the AI doesn't have. Especially if your work, you have technical documentation, or if you would be in a medical field or something like that. So there's a lot of options here. I'm not using that for those purposes, but what's interesting is this translate files. And here I want to now, let's take here the document. Like I said, I want to translate the document that I made previously. Here, the Kirkenes tour, and I will enter here. It will detect the language, and I will want to translate that into German. And now it should, let's wait. Sorry, I have a pre-version here. It says that I have spent all my credits, but it will translate that. I will show you, just you will believe me. I did the same yesterday with Frostlight. So here we have Frostlight Adventures, and I made the same presentation with Frostlight. This is in English, and as you can see, it has the visualization, and I entered it into DeepL, and here I have the German version with the exact same visualizations, same picture, same font, and so all the text here is translated into German. So if you want to have a good translation tool, I would suggest checking at least DeepL. But also, I'm mainly using DeepL, or then I'm using ChatGPT, because the level that they are doing the translations are also very good. So there were few practices, few demonstrations of interesting tools. One thing that goes to more technical, but if you're really into AI, and the next step is automating tasks. So what we're doing this morning when we go to the other trainings and demos, we will be creating content, marketing material, and so on. But one major thing, what's happening is automating these tasks. And there are a lot of tools to create so-called AI agents. These are not so much of an agent that is in the website answering customers' questions. These are more agents automating process, your business process. For example, here is an example of N8N, which is one of the most popular tools. You can get customer reviews from the website, for example, from TripAdvisor, Expedia, and so on. You can apply statistical machine learning algorithms. You can make segmentation based on that. You can make functions. You can operate that data, handle that data. You can integrate that into AI models, other models, sentiment analyze, and then maybe enter that information into your Google Sheet or whatever system, or combine that data with your customer base, or anything like if there's a process data moving from point A to B, you can automate that. not sure if it's wise because there are a lot of processes that are hard and need human decisions, but there are a lot of processes that can be automated. This is a bit more technical. We're not deep diving into these this kind of AI agents, but definitely if you want to automate process, there are a few tools that you could check. Most maybe famous tools. Okay.
We would have a question about, this is more in reference to Lovable, but there's a question that Dinoxal, sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly, your name, he's asking that, are you familiar with Replit? So they are using it to create new websites to the company. Is Lovable something similar? So are you... Oh, there we are. Christina, okay, yes. Christina was asking this question, thank you. So Replit, is it familiar to you, and is it something that we could maybe compare to Lovable?
The name, actually, the tool isn't. I'm not familiar with Replit. Just have to Google it. So yeah, it should be similar to Lovable. I would say creating website, creating products or apps. So basically, yeah. And there are a lot of these kind of tools. Like I mentioned, Cursor is one that is used for vibe coding, and then a lot of coders use also Claude or Claude Code, and it's you can use Claude in just general text creation, but then kind of professional coders you use also. No, that wasn't that. Sorry, Claude Code here, Claude Code. So for this, for making applications and so on. But for not so technical users, they usually prefer Cursor or Lovable, and probably Replit. This is not a tool that I haven't used them because I'm not a developer or coder. Hopefully that answered the question. And unfortunately, I cannot say more about the Replit and which one is better. I know that this is Swedish and it's one of the biggest growing tools, at least, not saying that it's better than those others. Actually, good that you point out. Yeah, there's a question from Teemu about N8N. The AI agent automation tool could be used to check Google and TripAdvisor reviews to categorize and find common themes in the reviews. Exactly. You could use it to find Google reviews, TripAdvisor reviews, Expedia, Hotels.com, Booking.com reviews, then categorize them, do sentiment analysis, and then makes, for example, suggestions for your company. We will be doing that here with ChatGPT. You can do the same thing with that, but with N8N or Make.com or Zapier, you can do that in a more structured way with your more kind of a process, design the process by yourself. Using ChatGPT is more of a black box. You don't know what's happening there. You don't have that much capability to affect the process. But with N8N and other similar kind of tools, you can then process it more and maybe send it to your own systems and so on. But let's look at that practice also. Now we have the silent whale watching for Brim Explorer ready. So here's our new website. Okay, the boat here doesn't look at the same, but okay, the information, the text should be from the website, and there's the meet the giants and so on, protecting what we love. So it's a different kind of approach. I asked it to create beautiful search engine optimized web page for this one product, and this is what it did. I will just you can check it by yourself. I will publish it, and I will take it away then, don't worry, but so nobody will think that, oh, there's a nice silent whale watching product here. So just that you can go and check it. I will add it in the chat. So in the chat, there's a link. You should be able to open this website that we did with Lovable. So it's now open. You cannot book anything. The links doesn't work, but you can get a look and feel about the website.
Can I have a question about this website? Because like once it's done, then can you just like kind of add it to your WordPress just integrate it into your existing website as a landing page, or it has to be just kind of inspiration and you have to do it yourself later? Or
this is a good question. I haven't done it. It depends on your WordPress setup, how it is done. Basically, what you have here, you can open the code, the HTML code, and how it is built. But usually my understanding is that you basically you cannot just take this and put it on your WordPress. You have to build it there with the components that you have, because there's tens or hundreds of different ways to build WordPress page. I'm not a web page designer, but I have done them, and I have multiple WordPress domains. So there, in some cases, the company that has built it from technical point of view, have built it so that there's a lot of, for example, the header is one element, the footer is another element, and I cannot just take this and implement there directly. But basically, I could maybe the design take the design and then tell the designer that, okay, do this in WordPress.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, probably wasn't that helpful, but yeah, still check Lovable, especially for kind of sketching, doing prototypes, and so on. Good. Any other questions, or should we move forward? We are now on the page 26, and I have only 111, so no hurry. We have all the time in the world. So let's move forward. And now we're going to do interactive exercises. We start by travel content creation for travel. And all the pictures here, this also is made by AI. So like I mentioned in Monday about the ethics of AI, using pictures in travel is kind of in the gray area. I would not recommend to use them unless you inform customers that this is made by AI. And maybe this kind of funny picture would be somewhere okay-ish, but some foreigners might think, oh, there's a bear and I can take a selfie with it, so it might be also dangerous. So let's don't do it. But yeah, for me, let's start by creating content, and we will be using ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, and so on. And I think that when I use AI and our customers use AI in content creation, we usually handle the entire process from product ideas and brainstorming product ideas into creating content, creating descriptions, creating translations, doing different variations for websites and different channels. You might have a short ingress and long description. You might have a blog post, newsletter. Then we do, if we want, some advertising, maybe campaign planning, channel planning. Then we do the ad copy, the text, the visuals, and then we implement the campaign. And we can also analyze the results with AI. And then using statistical models, for example, return on marketing investment, it's a statistical method, and or using statistical method, and then we can redesign the campaigns based on that. All this run by AI, and well, maybe the campaign implementation is done by human, like putting the campaigns there. So we will be doing the first 4 steps here, and this is probably familiar for you. We will do also pricing planning and competitor analysis. So here's an example of bad prompt. So let's start by what is a good prompt. So let's say we're in Helgeland in Norway, and we want to create product ideas for spring. And why this is bad, we don't have any context here. There's like 6 words. We don't have any information what's in Helgeland and so on. So I'm going to show you kind of a anatomy of a good prompt based on the instructions from Gemini and OpenAI and Claude. So first we should give a role to the AI, let's say for ChatGPT. If we want to brainstorm new products and services for Visit Helgeland. So I'm going to give a role, your development manager for Visit Helgeland, a tourist promotion organization. Then I'm going to give a task, come up with 5 new attractive and marketable product or experience ideas for Helgeland region for the spring season. So this is usually in this time of year, October, November is a slow season, kind of a shoulder season. It's hard to sell this season, at least in Finland. And also springtime, when the snow goes off, and before summer, this is also slow season. So we want to get new ideas, new products to sell in these slower seasons. And like I said, or the task says, the goal during this period is to attract new customers. Okay, then this is important. Give context, source material, additional information. Try to create new cross-sellable packages by combining existing activities, accommodation options, restaurant services, natural conditions, research Helgeland offerings, and on the website. So we will give context for the chatbot or the chat so it knows better and it tailors the answer based on the information that we offer. And then we can give format. How do we want to show the results? We want to have a table with the idea name, target group, unique selling proportion, unique selling points, and so on. So let's try this prompt, and yeah, let's try it and see what we can come up with. So in the material here on the left-hand side, you will have the prompt. You can test it by yourself when you get the material. You can copy paste it, just change your own company here or your own destination, and you can change the task and also how you please. So I will copy this and I will go to ChatGPT. Here I'm in ChatGPT now. I could open Claude also. Let's try this also in Copilot. So there. This is just a quick. It will search the web for Helgeland website and give me 5 ideas based on the prompt. If I would just ask, give me 5 ideas for what to do in spring, it would be much worse. And as you can see, it searched the Visit Helgeland website, and based on those information, it sketched and created these ideas. So there's a puffing arrival and coastal lodge. For who? Nature enthusiast couples or smaller groups, and why? The unique selling points are here. And there's a spring birding and kayak archipelago escape. And there's a rich bird life and so on. So you could kayak there and see the spring birds that are maybe coming back from the south. So looks nice. Did just what I asked, and then there's reasoning why these make sense. And yeah, I like it. I could continue here about the pricing ideas, marketing taglines, or partner supplier list, and so on. I will also test the same prompt and I will show you. I will go to Copilot, or here is Google Gemini. I can do the same in here in Google Gemini, or I can go to Copilot. Sorry, this is in Finnish. It says Heysan Ville Humordu, and like this. And now it does the same in Copilot. And my suggestion when using different Gen AI tools is to test different tools. Maybe select one that you really dig in deeper and get familiar with all the features. Usually the features are same in different tools, but have one tool with the paid version. Usually they are around 20 euro per month. So select one that you will get the paid version because you will get more functionalities, more features, and then use another tool maybe as a benchmark. So now it gave this is Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. It gave 5 options here, a bit different ones. Vega World Heritage, Active Escape, and so on. There's a Torghatten, Taste and Trails. Okay, I don't know the area that good, so this is just for demonstration purpose. And here's the what the actually it gave me a research plan. I didn't ask for this. Okay, let's not focus on that. Okay, but now we started to got a good start and did a short idea brainstorming of products and services. And here you will see the result that I did. I think this was yesterday or day before. And we did the same with Copilot. And as you know, there's no basically information inside these large language models. It always creates them again and again and again, depending on the prompt and depending on the algorithm and the position of the sun and whatnot. So we don't get the exact same answer every time. Here's another example. We will take a look at the Northern Shots tours, and there's I want to make a product description. I want to make a product description of a product that we already have here. Let's take the cursor away, replicate away. DeepL we can left there, and what do we have here? Kirkenes stores. Let's put it here. So we have here beautiful, amazing Aurora chase with professional photographers for Northern Shots tours. So we have here product page, and let's say that we want to redesign the content here. And as you can see, the service and the page is the service looks amazing. But for example, the content here from selling point of view, you usually don't start by telling the hours. If you basically go to buy something, you start by using some adjectives, kind of a describing the phenomenal, beautiful Aurora chase and what you can experience. So this starts with the facts. So we want to redesign, and here you have the description. So what we do is, again, we give a role, your marketing assistant and content creator for Northern Shots tours, specialized in Arctic experiences in Tromsø. Your task is to create compelling, conversion-focused and search engine optimized product description for Aurora chase with professional photographers tour. And then context using the attached product description PDF as a source and reference. And then format. The goal is to enhance the existing information by structuring it for different web contexts. I want to make short teaser for 50 words, and then I want to make a long description, 300 words. And this time I don't give the website. I have the information here. Just a second, in a PDF document, and it's here. I just took the website in PDF format. So we have the product information here, and I'm going to just enter this web page there. So no web page, but this product information. So let's just take this. Sorry, I'm gonna move that there. So I can just drag this product PDF here now. And there's also a plus sign here, and add photos and files. That's another option. So I will give the context to the ChatGPT. Then I will copy paste the prompt. I will go to ChatGPT and say, can you give me the product descriptions? And now it will, based on the facts that I gave it to the ChatGPT, it create short teaser information. Maybe we have a service page, maybe we have a product offering page where we want each of our products there. So we want just short description, and then we have the long form description. And maybe in Norway and in Finland, there's the same thing, and in Sweden also, but at least in Finland, we don't usually use adjectives so much. We usually say, when we make a product description, for example, for a cabin, we say cabin 40 square meters that way. And what usually is suggested to do is use adjectives and say that, okay, experience the ultimate aurora chase, most dynamic northern lights adventure, 4 to 8 hour guided tour takes you deep into Arctic night, and so on. So Gen AI is very good to creating very kind of engaging and good sellable text. So it uses the same information, all the facts are here, and so on. So now we could maybe redesign the website using this information. What we could do is take this information even here and copy paste it, let's say to Lovable, which we started using, and create a new website design with this. Or we could do that also and go to Gamma, which we started, which I showed the demonstration, and test it here also. Or we could just go to WordPress or whatever platform we are using and do it there. This is an example of a product description using the product description we already have and create a new one using that. And of course, like I mentioned, you can do the translations inside ChatGPT or Copilot. So I will translate the text into Swedish, and then I will translate it into German also. So of course, we would translate it in Norway also, so the local folks would also understand it, but just as an example. So for quick translations, I usually use ChatGPT or Gemini, but then if if I have a longer document, I go to DeepL. But not that version that I was using is the free version, so the credits were out there. So all the Swedes there from Sweden, you can check that if it's correctly written, and here's the Finnish version, and here's the Deutsch German version. Okay, let's move forward. I will go through these examples and demonstrations rather quickly, so you will hopefully get maybe inspiration, ideas that, okay, you can use AI for this and this. So we're not going to, you then later on, you will have your own time to maybe test them, take the prompt, test it with your company, your product information, and so on. We can also make ads, like I mentioned. You can continue when you have the product idea, then you make the product description, then you can start adding, making advertisement campaigns. I could design the ad, I could plan which campaigns, which channels are the best, but now I'm going to I want to write Facebook optimized advertisement in English and German based on the product description. So now it uses the same product description and creates me a Facebook advertisement designed and optimized for Facebook. And here's the same in German version. And the large language models knows what is a good advertisement. It knows it probably better than many of us humans, because there's tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of good examples of a good Facebook ad. Or I can ask, create a Google ad in German. And it knows that, okay, Google ads are different. There's just short, max 30 character each. So we need to have very, very short headline, and then we have a short description, and yeah. And here's example that we could use in Google. And of course, I could continue. What are the most suitable channels? How much should I budget for it? What is the best time to set the advertisement? We're not going to do that because we have plenty of other exercises here. Couple of tips. This is from Google Gemini. Based on Google research, they have found that around 21 words with relevant context, like web page, like product descriptions, are fruitful. You will get good results. But based on millions of statistics, millions of prompts that they have researched, people use less than 9 words. Less than 9. That means 8, maybe 5. And you can think this as you will hire a summer employee or seasonal employee who doesn't know anything about your company or your destination, and you will give them instructions in 7 words. So of course you cannot expect good results from that. So use time to think these prompts and commands, and you use time to make them. And you can use natural language as if talking to a new employee. Give instructions, describe what you want, in what format, what tone of voice, and also iterate and repeat. You can have a dialogue and say, no, I'm not satisfied with this, do it again, do it again, do it again. And like I mentioned, give enough context, provide documents, additional information as a source material. And you can also ask tips for prompts and good comments. You can ask ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot what would be good prompt, for example, for design an ad campaign for our product. And here are a few options how you can give that context, that extra information for AI. You can enter it in the command, in the prompt. You can copy paste your product information there. You can give file, like I did, PDF file with the Northern Shots product, and you can give it to a website, give a URL, or then you can connect to different sources. You can connect to OneDrive, SharePoint, Google Drive. You can connect to HubSpot, depending on the tool that you are using and depending on the license model that you are using. But there's a lot of variety where you can connect. But this on the right-hand side, this is something that you need first check internally from your company. What is your policy? Is it okay to connect to SharePoint? Maybe there's information that is classified, secret. You cannot do. There's customer information. You might do GDPR violation if you take the customer information and put it on for example, free version of ChatGPT. This is something that we're going to talk in the afternoon. There are some different versions, different ways to do this. But okay, this is just totally different practice. Let's say we want to do influencer marketing analysis, and we are now Visit Valbard. We are now in Visit Valbard, and I'm going to open the website here, just that you know that what we're talking about here. Adventures close to the North Pole. So in Finnish, this is huippuvuoret, or at least I presume it is. So magnificent place, and there's the polar bears and so on. So we want to do influencer cooperation, meaning that we want to find from Instagram those social media influencers that could promote us, and how to find them. I will give a task that your task is to search Instagram influencers who could raise our visibility and strengthen our brand in Germany, UK, and Sweden. And I want to focus in individual accounts. So somebody that if I want the ChatGPT and AI to look at Visit Valbard's offering, the place, the nature, and then match those social media influencers who would have best match for us, because we don't want to use influencers that are no good fit for us. So I will take the prompt, and I could go to, let's go to Gemini. I will ask it, and then I will go to, say, Claude. This is Claude.ai. I can test it here. Okay, there's something going on with Claude. Let's not do that. Gemini is working there, and let's open ChatGPT here. And one thing that I want you to know, if you haven't already, there are different inside the large language models. Like here we have GPT-5 model. There are two different models inside. We have so-called instant model. This gives you very fast, good written, good language, very fast. This is for writing product descriptions, for example, or letters or emails and so on. And this one is thinking model. It's a reasoning model. It's for logical reasoning. Also, in this case, when I want to search all the internet and I want to combine this information to this information and do some kind of mathematical or logical or statistical analysis, so this is better, way better. You will get 10 times or 100 times more better answers. So you can keep this in order, so it will detect whether or not it should select the thinking model or the instant model, and or you can select it immediately that, okay, I want it to think. So now it starts thinking. The text that it will create is not so fluent, so it's not that good, the grammar and so on. So it's a kind of a engineering type of mathematical people who will tell you the fact, but it's not written so well. So now it started to crawl the web, searching the influencers that would match Visit Svalbard the best. And here we have already Gemini from Google gave its results. Recommended Instagram influencers for Visit Svalbard. And there's Cecilia Blomdahl from Sweden, mega influencer, over 1 million followers. Engagement rate, this is important. Engagement rate tells us how many of those followers really actually like or comment or share the post. This should be over 1. If it's 2 to 3, it's very good usually. So if there's 100,000 followers, if it's 3% engagement, that means 3,000 will click, will like, will comment, or will share it. So it's really good. So this is the best fit, Cecilia. And why it's best fit, it will open it here and make a reasoning. And then there's a brother side from Germany. That's a macro influencer, very good engagement rate. And they are, crucially, they have a background in Arctic icebreaking ship design. Very interesting, very good fit for us. Then there's Will Davis here, and he's a Arctic explorer. So Gemini did very good job. They found influencers that have good influencer base. They have good engagement rate, but also they are perfect fit for us because they have Arctic background. They do this kind of adventures, or they have worked in this kind of field. So they would be good fit for us. And let's see what ChatGPT has come up with. And oh yeah, they are now writing the answer here, and they come up with a bit different folks here, and but in the same format. There's a Jonna from Sweden, and then there's Max from Denmark. There's Connor and Felicia, and same thing here. Why they are a good fit, and so. So this is one example. Actually, one of our customer is a hotel chain in Lapland, and they asked to do this kind of practice because they want to find good influencers to work with. Let's see if there are any questions. Like I said, feel free to ask, and if you have some idea, I'm happy to test it here. Okay, let's move forward from Valbart. Let's move to what we have next. Okay, this is interesting, and this is something that Teemu asked previously: analysis of customer feedback and also competitor analysis and market research. This is something that we do for our customers in travel and also other industries. And I have here from Övertorneå, Sweden, I have Hova Hideaway, beautiful location, beautiful place. Would love to visit there. And I want to be their customer experience analyst. And I will give a prompt to ChatGPT using this thinking model that your task is to conduct comprehensive analysis of real customer feedback from various online channels to understand the current customer experience. Analyze the feedback at least from these channels: Google Maps, Business Profile, TripAdvisor, booking platforms like Booking Hotels, Airbnb, Get Your Guide, local discussion forums. And I want a detailed analysis addressing customer strengths. What are the strengths, what the customer enjoy and appreciate, and also areas to improve. And I want a channel-specific summary in a table format. So let's try this. This is something, if you haven't tested, I will strongly recommend to do, because this might give you, this is something that if you have a lot of feedback, I mean, companies that have maybe 10 feedback somewhere, it's not that useful. But if you have a lot of feedback, it would be very hard for a hotel chain or a location with a lot of visitors to crawl, to manually go through TripAdvisor, Booking Hotels, Expedia, Get Your Guide, and so on. So now I use the thinking model again, so I know it will do more thorough work in here. So let's wait a bit, and I will sip a bit of water, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. No questions, so let's wait a bit. And like I mentioned previously, all the prompts are here. You can copy paste, you can change your own company here, and then test it, and also modify, of course, the prompt. And here are the results, but I will show you as ChatGPT is ready. Okay. So now we have live feedback from Hova Hideaway and customer strengths. So these are things to double down on. So magnify, like a kind of these are things that are good, and you should strengthen these. So host and hospitality, repeated praise for Pia's and Henry's warm storytelling and ability to make guests feel like family. That's lovely. This is the single most consistent driver of 5-star reviews and word of mouth. So this is definitely something that we should boost and put it on all website. Let's check the Hova Hideaway website. This is immediately, because this is a travel is about recommendation, about trust. So we should definitely kind of raise this. Okay, there's a good you have used the customer experience already here. Okay, what else? Sense of place and setting, authentic Sami culinary and cultural experiences, family friendly. And as you can see, there's the websites here that are used, Get Your Guide, and so on. And here are areas to improve or manage proactively. Expectation setting, always in travel. Capacity and minimum numbers of third-party tours. And Get Your Guide. There's somebody in Get Your Guide said that, okay, there's a small group gaps and right to cancel if bookings are under 3. Okay, And discovery, wayfinding and remoteness, okay, it's a bit harder to find and so on. And then we have the insights per channel, Google Business Profile, TripAdvisor, Airbnb, Get Your Guide, and here we have the analysis in a table format. You will see the average rating, the reviews found, and some notes based on that, what they have said. And as you can see, there's not that much reviews, so this is definitely something to improve. Try to get more reviews, because one bad review when you have only 11 here, that would kind of crush the total average, and this is something that people will see and look for. They might try to find those that are over 4.5, for example. So then try to get more positive feedback here, and so one bad review, because always there will be bad reviews, so how good the destination is. So it doesn't matter that much when this number is higher. And then there are priority actions, and like it says, scale Google review capture to 50 plus, so more reviews, and yeah, those are the few tips for Whova. So that's one example. And now let's say that I want to utilize these customer feedback in social media content or in our web page. So I can find 5 genuine customer reviews with direct quotes. Oh, sorry, not that one. And I will check this away. I don't need that anymore. I can put it on auto. So I want to have 5 actual quotes, so then I can use them in website. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but now you just switched that. There is actually a question regarding this on the chat. Teemu is asking that, is there any difference in using the thinking model rather than the pro? So yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Good question. This Pro model needs an upgrade. This should be in I have the Plus version. This is 20 euro per month. And the Pro, there's one version with, I think it was 100 or 200 euro per month. And then you have the Enterprise version for teams. And this, I'm not familiar what is the thinking model and the Pro model, the difference. And that's a very good question. I will find out and I will answer in this chat later today. And there are one option. I cannot answer for the Pro, but if you want to do kind of research grade analysis, then you have option to do deep research here. That's also available for this Plus license and also the free license. This will do around 15 to 30 minute analysis and kind of a more like a actual academic research kind of style, logical analysis. Not sure about the Pro model. That's a good question. Sorry, I can't answer that, but I will give you an answer in, yeah, if you have that, yeah, good. Test it and you can put your answer in the chat. Thanks, Teemu, and sorry. Good. Now I asked to get 5 direct quotes, and here are the direct quotes. I could copy paste this and put this into the website, but now I ask it to make Instagram friendly posts. So here's a suggestion for image. Here's the quote, direct actual quote from web, and then there's a short description that made by AI for us. So, and here's another one. Super cozy place, perfect combo for forest hideaway and luxury. And then here's the text. Escape the rush. At Hova Hideaway, you will unblock, dive into sauna, lake dips, and candlelit woods for couples, families, or small groups seeking nature with comfort. And that's nice. So we have different options to use AI to handle and analyze customer feedback. We can collect and read customer reviews from various online platforms. And also, if we have our own Excel sheets with customer feedback, we collect them by ourselves. We can collect that information all and put that into AI and write answer to customer reviews, pick quotes for website and social media, or analyze content, sentiments, and development ideas for our company development. And also, if you want to do this weekly based, you can schedule it. You can put it on calendar and just set up a schedule where you read Hoover Hideaway's feedback from the above platforms and retrieve the previous week's customer feedback every Monday. So what this does is it will automatically get all that, do that research every Monday. So now it says I will automate it, and just a second. This can be anything. You want to check the competitor prices. You want to give yourself notification to do exercise every Monday or Tuesday. You want to check the news for new Aurora Northern Lights, for example. Whatever you want to do automatically every Monday, every Tuesday, every once a week, once a month, you can automate it here. And you just set up a schedule, and then what you want to do, give it the prompt, and now it goes here. I will click my own name here, and it will open settings, and here there's schedules, so timetable, and here manage. And here are all my schedules. Here's remember Ville about cholesterol levels. Last week I had a blood the cholesterols are way off the roof, so I now have to eat healthy. So I made a reminder for myself. And here Hoover Hideaway. So here's the task. Here's the instructions. Get Hoover Hideaway. Customer feedback from these channels, do it weekly every Monday, 8 a.m. Or I can change this, do it monthly, every first day of the month, 7:30, save. Oh, it's failed to save, not sure why. But that's a good feature that I would recommend you to test. I will do also now, we have only 30 minutes here, and we are almost halfway. So, but you will get the material here. This happens to me quite a lot. I need to practice. This is maybe the 258 practice, and every time the same thing. But yeah, because this is all fascinating. The locations are fascinating, and I could be talking this way more. But I will do a short competitor analysis. I will do it for Harri, Niva, hotels, and safaris. And I want to compare the resort with other similar resorts and hotels in the area. And I want to consider factors such as web page, pricing, offering, value proposition, and real customer feedback from OTA channels, TripAdvisor, Sora, Google business profile, etc. So this is something that our customers are using. AI also, I take a new chat here, and I could also select here the thinking model. I will select the auto model because it will probably automatically select the thinking model like I assumed it did so. So this is something, like I said, our customers are using, especially if you're trying to do business development, you're doing your new strategy, you're thinking your marketing, what is our competitive edge, our unique selling points, our values, how could we separate ourselves from competitors, what is our price level, let's compare us to other locations in, for example, in Sweden and Norway, or in Finland, and so on. So let's see what it comes up with. It will gather the information and so on. And this is example, same as the customer feedback, but now we are or the influencer search, where we search influencers. Same thing here. We want to we really put the AI into work. This is something that could take a couple of weeks for travel expert to do, search different competitors, search their websites, go through their offering, go through the customer reviews and so on. So this all happened in 1 minute and 4 seconds. So it first gave the key takeaways, what is Hariniva's edge, and that's vertical integration of experiences. So there's the Husky Center, snowball bikes, river rafting, multi-day wilderness tours, and so on. So there's all sorts of bundled activities, and yeah, closest substitutes by location and use case. So there's Lapland hotels and yeah, Levi Hotels Bar Resort that are kind of competitors, and so on. And there's the positioning, proposition, and there's brand story. There's a comparison with Lapland Hotels Olos, Lapland Hotel Pallas, and Levi Hotels Bar Resort. If I would know that if I would be from Hariniva, I probably know who are the competitors who I would like to match, or maybe I would want to benchmark competitors from Norway and Sweden, because our offering might be for Central Europe or UK, and we are competing with the about for the same customer base. So maybe I would like to benchmark. So I would say in the prompt that, okay, do the benchmark, include also Swedish and Sweden and Norway competitors. And there's the pricing signals here. There's a review, the customer feedback, consistently positive reviews in Booking.com, praise for welcoming staff in TripAdvisor, Google, yeah, 4.4 and so on. And here is a quick competitor matrix. So I will suggest you to test it, competitor analysis, and if you want to do it more thoroughly, you can test deep research here, and it will do kind of a 30-minute analysis and much more thoroughly. And if we will get information from Teemu maybe, so then we know what is the pro model here. Good. Any questions at this point? Yeah, that's a question. Yeah, sorry. When utilizing AI tools, does the choice of language play a significant role? Specifically, is it preferably to write prompts in English, or do these tools comprehend other languages equally well? 3 years ago, I would say use English. Now, last 2 years, you can use Norwegian, Norway, Sweden, Germany, your local language, Finnish. It works close enough. There are tools. There are exceptions. For example, in photo image creation, some tools like Midjourney, which is one of the best tools, they don't understand Finnish, for example. I need to use English in that. But these main tools like Google Gemini, Claude, Copilot, you can use your local language, definitely. The large language models usually can handle around 95 languages or 100 language. So nowadays, main products use local language. Then if there's a niche product, for example, video creation, so then maybe you should test the first English. Yeah, and thanks, Teemu. Teemu answered pro model here. Wanted more specific insights and answers before starting. Yeah, to carry out the analysis, you need to do this and this. Same is with the deep research. If I will start deep research, it will ask me extra questions. Do you want to do this or this or this? So after that, it starts the research. So I think they are using the same model, but I need to investigate that more. Good. Let's move forward. I will skip the customer segmentation because we have such a little time, but there are some, actually they are in Finnish, so let's skip that because I haven't translated that. So actually this is now deep diving into strategy work and how you can use AI, for example, in a travel destination or your company strategy work. And this is actually something that we do with our customers, and we did this actually for Latvia and also Estonia and Finland. There's three countries bundling product servicing together, and we did a work for them, customer segmentation and trying to find best market fit for them. And how we do this work, it's not just AI, of course, but what we can do with AI, we can gather market knowledge, customer segments. You might have a GWI customer segmentation research. You can buy these researches, surveys and analysis. You can collect tourism statistics and figures, who travels where, which country they come from, how much money they spend. At least here in Finland, Visit Finland has very extensive statistics about the expenditure of money and where people come from and how many days they spend here. We have the flight routes, logistics, competitor information. All this marketing information we can collect to Gen AI, and then we can combine that to our own product portfolio, our own offering, whether it's high-end, low-end categories and so on, capability, accessibility, routes, transportation, and also the customer experience, the sentiments, the feedback. And this we can put to Gen AI and then do the destination, company strategy, key target markets, customer segments, marketing and channel strategy, competitor analysis. And I have one example. I'm going to show you the deep research. This will take around 20 to 30 minutes. I will send you the end result. We don't get it here. I haven't done it yet. But this deep research does around 50 to 30 minute deep dive using these reasoning models to search the web, but also you can enter information documents here. If you have flight routes, statistics, any other research material, you can put tens of documents here. I will do it shortly for Visit Lyngenfjord. So it's a travel destination, and Visit Lyngenfjord here, just to show you what I'm talking about here. So we have whales here, beautiful, astonishing nature. And let's say that we want to do for Visit Lyngenfjord, they would like to do a thorough analysis of let's see, where are we? Competing areas and maybe customer segmentation. They want to know which would be best fit for us for customer base, international customer base, and so on. So I will say conduct a competitor analysis and target group analysis of Visit Lyngenfjord travel destination. And from the following perspectives: brand and target groups, what kind of target groups does it appeal, customer experience, service offering, marketing and communication, competitive advantage and weaknesses, what are the competitive, compare it to other Arctic destinations in Norway, Sweden, Finland, weaknesses, digital customer experience, and so on, pricing and offering. And I will select the research model here. So this is a deep research, and it will ask me a few questions. Are there specific Arctic regions you consider as key competitors? I will just cover all or those which you see fit. And then should we focus on winter, summer, or year-round? Let's select year-round. And then do you want to primarily focus on international or Norwegian domestic tourists? Let's say international. And if there's somebody from Lyngenfjord, you can say that, okay, don't do that or do that. Are you most interested in leisure tourism, adventure, wellness, or other specific? I will say all, just to get it up and running. It will take around 20 minutes, so we don't have time to wait it here. But the result, when it comes out, I will include that into the material, and you will see. And also you have the prompt here. You can modify the prompt and test it with your company. Yeah, good. We will skip this one, but I will say shortly about implementation of companies' own AI agents. So when you want to do this work that I have showed you again and again, especially the product descriptions, the marketing material, campaigns, it's hard if you all the time have to say your role is to be Lynjefjords, your role is to be Huva Adventure, your role is to be Harri Nivas marketing assistant. It's hard. You don't want to do that again and again and again. That's why we built assistants and agents that learn your company, and we will enter the information for them, and then they know all about you, and then you can do it again and again, for example, with the same tone of voice. And this kind of content creation is something that we will cover tomorrow morning, where we are more about the content creation. One option to do this is to use ChatGPT projects. These are also in Claude. These should be also in Gemini, or customized GPTs. And so ways to generate almost automatically standardized or styled content related to specific task using your company's own data sources. Generate offers, content creation, email responder for customers, sales material producer, maybe receipt creator for restaurants, and so on. So what we can do, take the information what you have, the templates, the sales process, product description, pricing, put it on the AI, use the large language model there, and then you can create these different agents. Here's another picture showing these are actual agents that we have designed or planned to implement with our customers. For example, in the travel industry, there's an orientation agent for employees, for seasonal employees, especially about how we're working here, all the stuff that employees need to know and to get them around their work. HR, human resource, wants to do analysis about age distribution, competence profiles, training needs. Finance needs to do cash flow analysis. Sales need to do customer segmentation, and marketing needs to do this kind of advertisements, for example. And then we identify which data sources we need. Some of the data comes from SharePoint, some comes from HR system. And then we have, of course, on the right-hand side, we have the customer service agents that are in the website, answering customer questions and helping to, for example, plan the trip. So there are a lot of different agents, and the idea is that they will speed up the work for internal users or help the external customers. Before you go do these, there are different variety of tools which you can use. You can use Copilot, you can use these N8N or Zapier kind of tools, or you can choose test, for example, ChatGPT projects. This is easy way to do kind of agent. Somebody might say, well, that's really not an agent. Agent is something that do it automatically. But this is good way to simulate it. This is a good way to start to do it. So project feature is kind of a folder in ChatGPT that you can give specific. I will add new chat here. Here on the left-hand side, you have projects. So I can select new project here, and I can give it the name. Let's say I have an example here. Was it here? Just a second. Bear Hill. Let's select Bear Hill. Bear Hill content creator and internal support. So I want to create a project that I will add Bear Hill product information, and I will give instructions how you should behave, what you should do. I have taken Bear Hill's product information from the website. There's the Husky private tours here, for example. I can take these product informations. Of course, they should be probably in another format, but now I had to do it quickly. So I just took the website as a PDF and I put a couple product descriptions here. Then I can give this project instructions, how to behave, what to do, answer customer emails, create product descriptions, create offering for our customers. And now it knows, well, not all about Bear Hill, but couple products, and I can also give instructions. And your job is to answer customer emails, craft quotes and offers, and product descriptions like this. So this will help. You don't have to every time say that your task is this and add those website, add those documents, because now it knows everything about Bear Hill. How much is a Husky ride, for example? And now you can share this, for example, internally for your employees, and it uses the data that I entered. This is an easy way to start using this kind of agentic approach where we enter our own information and give instruction and start building these, for example, marketing agents.
For this, Ville, we have a question in the chat. Martina is asking that what about privacy in these models? Can we set some high level of privacy in ChatGPT that it doesn't learn from it? Because CRM data and salaries are pretty sensitive data.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that we are talking on the afternoon, and that's something that you should not do. This was also something that we discussed on Monday, and that's why my recommendation is to do definitely so-called AI playbook, internal documentation, internal policy, what is safe, ethical, and effective way to use AI. And here we define the use cases, we've defined the data sources, and we define which tools are okay to use. And for example, HR data, the salaries and so on are of course something that are strictly confident. There's personal data, we don't want to share them in any tool. And for example, ChatGPT Plus version that I'm using is something that do not enter personal data there. It needs to be team or business version. So it depends on the license. If we are using team or business version, I will open it here, ChatGPT pricing. So, sorry, this is in Finnish. Where do I switch it to English? I don't have just ChatGPT pricing English. So here, hopefully I have, now it's about, sorry, it's in Finnish now, but the Plus version, the 20 euro, doesn't have the same security that is in the business version or the enterprise version. So here you have the contracts and contractual capability and also the data security things that are needed. And these will make it more safe, and also contractual wise you can enter also personal information there. There are different things that you need to also consider. I would suggest to take away the personal information and anonymize the data. But if you're using the Plus version, it's you shouldn't enter HR information there in any case. Otherwise, that you can anonymize the data and then you can use this. But it's a great question, and this afternoon we will talk more about this subject. Hopefully you can participate. Oh no, we have 9 minutes left and I'm still, but yeah, no hurry. That's something that I would recommend you to do. Try the project model. And you will get some information here about creating videos and images with AI, and you have prompts here. You have links to the material. I would love to go through these more, how to create pictures and images with AI, but unfortunately we're running out of time. So now we're gonna quickly do a chatbot for website. We have 8 minutes for that. Usually it takes 10, but this is a good practice for me. So AI for chatbot for sales and customer service. So first, why to create AI chatbot or agent? Well, first, customers, when they plan trips, they are making buying decision, they have a lot of questions and need help. And those questions come 24/7. They are usually out of the office hours, and then they can come in any language in the world: Arabic, Japan, Spanish, Deutsch, and so on. So in order to help the customers in their buying process and catch the sales and help them and raise the customer satisfaction, we can build so-called chatbots or AI agents. So they can answer automatically 24/7 for the customer. They can use their natural language. It can recommend products. It can recommend services. It can help plan the trip. It works in 95 different languages, 24/7, and it can support sales. So basically, it's ChatGPT with steroids. So we will have the large language model. We will have the organizational data that we want, tone of voice, our brand guide, and then we have the instructions. And using all this put together, we will get a chatbot like original Lapland has here. And there are different chatbot agent platforms. You can do it with Copilot. There are a lot of software as a service tools, like hundreds of tools. We mostly use Chatbase, but sometimes other tools also. These are the most affordable. Usually the license model is like 40 euros per month or something like that. There are also Nordic solutions from Sweden. There's Intryck. We are also representing Intryck here in Finland. A lot of municipalities are using Intryck. There's an option to keep the data inside Sweden, inside European Union, and also we're now trying to do the sales also in Finland. And there are local solutions. Lastbot is from Oulu in Finland. And then you can also heavyweight customized platforms, do the data pipelines. You want to everything do by yourself. This is for big organizations. Last spring, I was in one project. They used around 300,000 to 500,000 euros. So that means like 3 million Swedish crowns for one chatbot development. Usually we do these chat-based chatbots. It's around 3,000 euro, the cost, 3 to 5,000, depending if it's a destination or a smaller company. But that's the kind of the price range from 3,000 to 300,000 euros. So you can choose what is your capabilities. How do you want to do heavyweight or lightweight? And these chatbots we create with different tools, like I said. And here we have one tool. This is called Chatbase, where we can enter website. We can give the AI different roles, personas, constraints, special cases, and instructions, plan the dialogue. And now we have 5 minutes. So is there a company that I can test this with, and I can deploy this, and then you can test it. I can put it on the Teams link after this. But is there some company that I could use?
You can open your mics and shout out loud if you want to have an example of your company. Who's the quickest?
Okay, and Teemu, you were from Bear Hill Husky. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So Bear Hill Husky we have here. So let's take a website. Let's go to Chatbase and let's go to sources, website. Here I did a training yesterday, so there's a previous, this is a demonstration chatbot for, but what we are doing now is totally, we can put it immediately on production, and it will be the best AI chatbot that you have ever probably tested, except the original Lapland is probably the best in the world. Hopefully there's somebody from original Lapland there. And so this is the second best chatbot. So now it read Bear Hill Husky website, 92 links, so not much. So we have it here. I will press retrain agent, and now it will collect that information, save it to a database, and now I can go to the setting, and I can select data, the language model here, if I want to use Claude, Gemini, or GPT-5, and I will give it role. Your task is to be Bear Hill Husky customer support agent, and so on. I could put instructions there. Because we're running out of time, I will give it a name, and your name is Bear Hill Husky AI chatbot. Okay, I had it, or I did this already on Monday webinar. So this way, and then I could also, I have here some style. I could select the logo here. I don't have the logo, but I could change the logo, the coloring, and also the welcoming message. Hi, Bear Hill Husky AI guide here. Hola, hey san, bonjour, konnichiwa, and so on. And then there are some ready-made buttons there. Just save it. And then let's take it here. iframe there, and should be ready now. It says still Sahanlahti down. Just a second. This is my previous chat from yesterday. I need to change the name still because it gave here. Bear Hill Husky AI guide. Good. Now we are ready. Oh yeah, we have still 1 minute left, so good. So now I will put it on here in the chat also. You can test it there. It's on the Teams chat, and now I can ask, hi, how to get there from Jyväskylä, Finland. Or let's say I'm from Jyväskylä. It's a central Finland here, so it's like 800 kilometers or something like that. And or I can say, how much is Husky ride? Can kids age of 9 and 12 participate? So there might be a lot of questions that customers have before they make the buying decisions, and we can give them those answers. And it knows every fact in the website. It knows it better than any employee there would know. So if I would ask, okay, give me price for 2 adults, 2 kids, we're coming February, and then what are the services and so on, and it gives yes, both are in the age range, 4 to 12 are allowed, child price applies, and so on. And then we can guide them to our web shop and make the decision and buying decision. Go ahead and test it. And yeah, thanks Teemu about the pro model. Thorough read on the reviews. Yeah, 20 minutes analysis. But go ahead. You can go to Bear Hill Husky website and check the services here and think the question that you would come up with. Okay, I'm interested in this. This is a question that comes up with this service. Then go to the chatbot and ask it with if you're from Sweden, do it in Swedish. If you're from Norway, do it in Norwegian, and you will see how it answers. But yeah, this was our webinar. Almost all was covered, but the images and pictures. So I'm terribly sorry about that, but hopefully you enjoyed and you got good tips on the tools and also the use cases, how to use AI in travel purposes. And in 2 hours, we will dig in deeper in the law, GDPR, and then also the European Union AI Act. It's interesting. It sounds boring. It's not. It's interesting. Maybe a few practices also there. But thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Ville. This was really, I learned a lot today. It was a lot of things that I had as a takeaway. Thank you. And also, if you can see in the chat, this is an instant, very great feedback for you. Would gladly spend another hour to learn from you. I feel exactly the same. And luckily, we have more sessions with Ville. As you mentioned this afternoon, we're going to dig deeper into the law and GDPR acts, which is very, very useful and something that we must all know. So come into that session. If not, we will record that as well. And finally, tomorrow on Friday morning, we have yet another session with Ville. So there will be more from him. At this point, I will stop the recording and thank not only Ville, but all of you participants. It was really nice and enjoyable that you were so active and participating on this. I believe that Ville can concur into this as well.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And thanks, Borge, for the nice words. Thank you all.
Thank you. And here I will now stop the recording. So thank you very much.
Thank you.